Yo, yo, yo! Welcome back to the MMA Short Show. As always, your boy, Steven Moustaris. And finally, the UFC is giving us fans something that we can actually get behind this weekend with UFC 313. I mean, it speaks for itself. If you're an MMA fan, even just a casual, I mean, you got Alex Pereira as the main event and Justin Gaethje as the co-main event. Sign me up. We're gonna watch this. It's gonna be fun. But this past few weeks, man, it's just been terrible as an MMA fan. It's just been so hard to get behind these fight cards. And admittingly, I have to be honest with you guys here. This last fight card, this Manel Cape card, is the first fight card in the last 16, 17 years of me being a fan of MMA and the UFC where I've actually missed that entire card from start to finish, didn't watch a single second of it. First time ever. And I'm happy I didn't. It looked like it was terrible from what I saw on Twitter. And this even hurts me more to say. I can't believe I'm saying this on a YouTube channel where I watch MMA videos and do all MMA stuff. I watched WWE's Elimination Chamber Saturday night for the first time in 15 years. I watched WWE, and that was one of the greatest shows I've ever seen in my life. And it had me just sitting there, just sad as hell. The MMA is just, we're finally getting to this point. The UFC is making so much money that they're giving us the D team, the C team when it comes to these Apex cards. And you've already saw one of the guys, the board members or whatever from TKO saying that they're going to do more Apex cards because us fans can't tell the difference when we're watching the fights. Are you joking me? Are you joking me? I've been one of the biggest haters of the Apex cards ever since we got done with this whole COVID shit. And now we're just getting it just jammed down our throat. It's annoying. I can't stand it. And yet here I am finally on this Saturday, UFC 313. We can finally get back to it. We can finally start watching some good fights again. We can finally get the A team, B team, and the co-main main events, and maybe the C team there in the main card. But at least we get to watch some of them. My God. But this weekend, I got to be honest with you guys. When it comes to the whole Alex Pereira fight and Magomed Ankalaev, I've been very vocal. I've seen it all over the world. People, ever since Alex Pereira has made his move to 205 and became a champion, we've all been pretty open about how Magomed Ankalaev is one of the only ones that can really pose a threat. I did say Khalil Roundtree had a chance. You can go back and watch these videos. I did say he had a chance just because he has that just F it attitude. Just throws caution to the wind, and he just throws nothing but just haymakers at all times. And it's going to take somebody who's not afraid of Alex Pereira to beat him. So it was a great fight, but Alex pulls it out. And now that we actually get Magomed Ankalaev, I think all of us have been picking him just because of the whole takedown aspect of it, the whole grappling aspect of it. Alex Pereira has been a kickboxer forever, and Magomed Ankalaev is this Dagestani killer. And just because we've watched Habib and Islam and Umar and all these guys you can name forever and ever that have been Dagestani just killer grapplers, we have to pump the brakes just a tad, man. I'm not saying Magomed Ankalaev can't win. I just don't think he's actually going to be using his takedowns like we think he is. He's never been that big of a guy. Like he's got 10 knockout wins. He's got or maybe 9 knockout wins, 10 decisions, 10 knockout wins, 9 decisions, something like that, with absolutely 0 submissions on his career. 0. And when we look at his his last 5 fights in the UFC, he's attempted 11 takedowns, which sure sounds like a lot. That's a little more than 2 a fight. But then you look, 10 of those takedowns were against Jan Blachowicz, and he's only completed 3 of those 11 takedowns. So which part are we really sitting here just saying that he's some dominant grappler outside of the fact that he's from Dagestan? That's the only part where I'm even pumping the brakes a little bit this week, where Magomed Ankalaev beating Alex Pereira isn't as clear cut as everybody thinks it is. It's not just, he's not going to just take him down and ragdoll him like everybody thinks he is. That's not who his tendencies are. That's not what he does as a fighter. He fell in love with the knockouts, and we've seen it time after time after time. When these great wrestlers, these great grapplers start falling in love with their hands, you just see them start giving that part up, and they just start trying to knock people out. So this is a really good chance for Alex Pereira to get this done. I really love Alex Pereira's chance this weekend. And once we're finally here to the fight, I think I'm picking Alex Pereira, even though I picked Magomed Ankalaev for the last year and a half now, talking about who could actually beat Alex Pereira and how lucky Pereira has gotten with, kind of dodging all the grapplers that he could be fighting at 185 and 205. So I'm excited to see this weekend. But if Alex Pereira wins this thing, I mean, my goodness, what's next? There's nobody else at 205 that we even want to see. The only other fight is the winner between Tom Aspinall and John Jones. If that fight even happens, I mean, my God, it's off to the races for this dude, Alex Pereira. And I am a little worried, though. Magomed Ankalaev isn't as big of a, superstar as anybody wants him to be, especially the UFC. We've seen them, blow by him when it comes to championship fights that he might have deserved. There's no, you don't get that opportunity over some boring fights. I'm just worried if he goes out there and beats somebody who's, going through Ramadan right now. I just don't want to see the excuses. Oh, he wasn't fully hydrated. He wasn't fully ready. He wasn't 100% because of Ramadan. Like, this dude's been doing it since the day he was been born. So, I mean, this dude, that's no excuse whatsoever. I mean, at all. So, I'm just excited to see this fight this weekend. Don't get me wrong. I think Magomed Ankalaev has a strong chance of knocking out Alex Pereira. If Alex Pereira is worried about any takedown whatsoever, I mean, that man he's definitely going to have his hands a little lower, getting ready to block some stuff. So I'm not sitting here saying Magomed Ankalaev doesn't have a chance of winning. I think he does. I don't think it's going to be the grappling route that everybody thinks it is. So you guys let me know what y'all think. It's always your boy, Steven Moustaris. Let's go, baby. Let's go.